You need to think in terms of systems, think in terms of automation, and think in terms of minimizing things, minimizing distractions and things like that. So let's talk about what is systemizing. Systemizing is nothing but making things easier. So I'll give you examples of what are the things that you can systemize. Automate is slightly different. It is about what all you can set and forget. So what I'm going to share with you in all the ideas today will be a combination of some areas where you can systemize, some areas that you can really automate, where you just have to do it once, then you forget about it. Minimizing is the third aspect, is how you can have less so that you can do more. And a lot of us, we get stuck in life because we have a lot of stuff around us, and it really does not allow us to move forward and do things at a much faster pace. Now let's talk about why automate. There are 5 reasons why automation of your life and systemizing your life is really going to help you. The first reason is you can reduce your daily decision making to focus on the bigger things in your life. Okay, and there are many simple things like what clothes to wear, what food to eat, your daily personal finance tracking, your health, all that stuff. A lot of us, we do these things on a daily basis, and it has become into an automation in our own life that it's really stopping us from doing the bigger things in life. So first step is awareness and how you can reduce daily decision making. The second point I want to tell you is that systems work, people fail. As human beings, if we are left on our own, we will fail. We are designed to fail. But if we get into a system, or if we follow a system in our life, then there's a high chance that we can achieve our goals. The third point is systemizing will protect you from you. Because when you're watching today's video, you may be excited, you may say, yes, I want to do this, I want to do that. But unless you create a system out of it, you're not going to follow through. So systems actually help you to achieve your goals, and it protects you from your own monkey mind that goes up and down. Yes. Number 4 is, this is where you can get all the boring things out of the way. The boring things is what really stops us. Or, it's like hitting the brakes. You're not fully hitting the brake, but you're like hitting the brake halfway. So there's a drag that happens in your life. And the boring things is what creates a drag in your life. And I'm here to just help you get out of that drag mode. And finally, the 5th point is to focus only on super productive tasks. Okay. So these are the 5 areas, or the 5 reasons why you need to automate, and which can help you move much faster. So let's talk about, there are 10 areas of life. This is where the real content comes in. Let's get in. 10 areas that you can automate. Area number 1. Okay, I hope you're taking your notes right now. Personal finances. Okay, you can automate personal finances. There is a formula which I got from one of my mentors who does close to $1 million a month. He uses this formula called the TWCGO formula, where whatever money comes into his bank account, he divides it into taxes, 30 to 40% into taxes, 10% goes into his wealth account, 10% goes for charity, 30% for his general home account, and O is for operations, for running his business. So I'm using the same formula, and I've systemized it to some extent, but a lot of automation is happening. So I have somebody actually doing this for me, and I'm not doing this anymore. That means the minute something hits my bank account, I have someone who does all the allocations. Okay. There's also T. Harv Eker's JAR principle, which you all can check out. Just search for JAR principle Siddharth Rajsekar on YouTube, or not on YouTube. Search for that on Google, and you will be able to see my blog post on this. Okay. There's another tool called YNAB. Okay, you go to ynab.com. Let's go and check it out. Okay, YNAB is a really awesome tool where you can gain total control over your money. It's a personal finance software which gives you very good clarity across all the different bank accounts that you may have, all the cash on hand, and it will give you like a really good snapshot. And I work out all my monthly budgets using this tool, and I follow this exactly how it is. There's a link in this video below here. Go and check it out. Okay, go and check out YNAB. Second area of your life that you can automate is your diet. A lot of us, we wake up in the morning and we think about, what do you want to eat today? Okay, so what my wife and I did was, we actually sat and we made a list of all the possible things that we can have for breakfast, all the possible things that we can have for lunch, all the possible things that we can have for dinner. Okay, there's a lot of variety over there. Okay, there's a lot of variety. And then what we did was we started to group them into what will work best together. So if you're doing a breakfast chapati on one day, maybe we won't repeat that for dinner on the same day. So we did like a permutation and combination, and we mapped it out on a calendar of 30 days. And in a 30-day time period, we also and by the way, all these are healthy foods, okay, and we prefer eating at home most of the time. We don't really go out and eat much. And what we've done is we have chunked it into breakfast, lunch, dinner, and there's also a snack option there. And we've also made a list of all the snack options, and we programmed it into a monthly calendar, and that calendar is on our fridge. Okay, and of course we are South Indian, so we are rice people. We are not really a chapati person. Okay, so we eat more rice than anything else. And then of course, how we optimize it. So mornings I do my shake. Okay, so every morning I do a Herbalife shake. I've been doing it for more than 18 months now. Really gives me a lot of energy. I've tried many other supplements, health supplements. This is something which is like a balanced meal replacement. So this is like systemized into my daily life. The minute I come and sit at 8:30 a.m. on my desk in the morning when I start my work, I've got the shake next to me. And this is a system that I've created in my home, where people at my home, I have a cook that comes, so she makes sure that it is on my table at that particular time. Okay, and then I also do so. My diet is more like I do a morning shake, then I have maybe some salads and some kind of snack at around 11 in the morning. My lunch is at 1. 5 I do another shake, because now an important thing about diet is that that 6 p.m. diet, or 6 p.m. hunger that most people have, that's what really kills most people. They binge on all kinds of snacks and oily stuff in that evening between 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's why you need to really have something good. So, and then my dinner is like around 7:30, 8 p.m. and then I'm done. And my webinars are like, I do late webinars at 9 p.m. So I'm actually done for the day by 8 p.m. as far as diet is concerned. So this is also an example of a system that I've given you right now, where you can create a weekly diet chart. And I would also highly recommend an app called LifeSum, LIFESUM. Let me just show you this app. So LifeSum is an app that I'm using, where I'm able to track every aspect of my health. Okay, let me, for example, here, if you see here on my screen, I'm able to add what breakfast I'm eating, what lunch I'm eating, what am I having for a snack, and it also gives me the calories, and it also links into how much of water I'm drinking in a day. So I've also decided that I need to have like at least 3 liters of water in a day, and I have this app that's tracking me and prompting me on this. So you can actually use your smartphone to be more efficient, and you can systemize this into your life. Okay, awesome. Now, if you're finding this video really cool till this point itself, just hit the share button. Okay, whenever you feel like, hit the share button and just type awesome. Okay, number 3 is what all can you automate in your home environment. Okay, so home environment, the first thing that I would recommend all of you do is minimize things. Just declutter your house. Walk around one day, look at things that you have never used or which have no purpose in your house and it's just been lying around for over 2 years. Just put them all into one box and just keep that box on top. Don't throw it away immediately. Just keep that box on top. And if nothing comes to use after 2 months, just give it away to some orphanage or some school, blind school. That's what I did. I went and gave away all my stuff to a blind school when I was moving from Bangalore to Chennai. More than 80% of stuff I just gave away. Okay, so minimize things, declutter your home, and make sure everything is in its place. Okay, some of you may not have this as a habit, but try it out once. Okay, and there may be cases like even other people living in your home may not be following, or they are really just kind of messy people. You need to educate them and say that, hey, I would like things in its place. And the good thing is when you have less stuff at home, then you can really have everything in its place, where the keys go, where you keep your money in the house, where you keep your clothes, and even your clothes rack. Just keep it very minimal. I'll come to clothing later. And then as far as cleaning, also you can also set a system on car cleaning, your home cleaning. There are some very good apps. In fact, there's this website called you can use Urban Clap, you can use Housejoy, you can use, in fact, even for other services like pest control. I have a reminder system for myself. Like every 3 months I need to do pest control. So I use all these outsourced services, and I've put that into a system there. Number 4 is shopping. All of us, we have our monthly shopping list, right? Create your standard monthly list. what are the provisions and all the groceries shopping that you want to do. Yeah, vegetables you got to buy on a regular basis. So in my case, what I've done is I've fixed vendors online and offline for buying stuff. Online, I shop a lot on Amazon, and I also fix like some specific days on which I want to shop. So if it's Saturdays, then we do like vegetable shopping for the week. If it is going to be monthly shopping by the third or fourth of the month, we have our standard list. I call my standard vendor who's nearby home, and I just tell him the list. Okay, my wife actually does this. I don't do it myself. Again, it's systemized, and she just gives him the list. By evening, the entire monthly stock comes home, and that's it. So the rest of the month is, we don't have to really go shopping for the provisions, but only for the vegetables in the daily. So this also is something that you can automate if you sit for an hour and plan this. It's all about planning. Okay. So whatever I'm telling you right now, I would like you to make note of it. Okay. You're going to get a copy of this mind map anyway. Make note of this and see how you can sit for a couple of hours and plan every detail of these 10 points over here. Systemize, automate. Think about that. Okay. Number 5 is your day. How do you plan your day? Use your calendar really well. Okay. Use your calendar really well. And before I get into the tool, I'll tell you how I have planned my day. For me, the morning time is so important. So I wake up, I do my morning meditation, I chant, japa in the morning. Then I drop my son to school, and then I start work. 8:30, I'm in my home office desk. And my first part of the day is more about content creation. See, right now when I'm recording this video, it's somewhere close to 9. So between 8:30 to 9:30, I do a lot of learning. So there's personal learning time. And then in that state of mind, I'm recording and I'm creating content. All my meetings start from 11 onwards. So 11 a.m. to around 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I finish off all my meetings. 3 p.m. is when I pick up my son from school. Any clarifications on a one-to-one that I need to do with my teams, I do it between 3 to 5. 5:30 I go for yoga. Okay, so I do like a 1 hour of yoga every day. Come back from yoga, and then I do another 2 hours of walking in the park. I take my son to the park. So I'm back home like 7:30. And then what else? 9 o'clock, I normally do my webinars, 9 p.m. So I'm actually fresh. I'm, all energized to come back 9 to 10. And we hit the sack by around 10:30. Okay. So this has been the routine, the way that I've set my day pattern. Weekends slightly, shift, more family time, take them out. Sundays, go to the temple, all that stuff. So I've planned my week in such a way so that I focus on the most important aspects at different chunks of the day. And I would like you to chunk your day in that way. And I use a tool called Calendly, Calendly. Calendly is a tool where I've just set it up once with my calendar. And for anybody who wants my time, they need to go and set an appointment on Calendly. Okay. And especially the people that I'm coaching on a one-to-one basis, and I have only few set slots in a day. Even for example, Wednesday, I don't do any one-to-ones on that day. Okay, because that's a free day for me. And sometimes I also do like a mid-afternoon, midday matinee movie if I have to just de-stress. So things like this. So I've also planned one day of the week where I focus completely just on me and not doing things for others. So that way you can also plan your day much better. Okay. Number 6 is daily wear. If you see, I wear a lot of Nike dry fits, and I've just got like 3 pairs of jeans, around 5 of these shirts. I've got 3 of the black and white shirts that I keep wearing. So my wardrobe is really minimal. Okay, it's very minimalistic. So I don't have to make any big decisions. I just go in there, pick what was there, and just wear it. And I've done a post on this, on how some of the most successful people, even from Barack Obama, we have Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, they used to be wearing the same thing every single day. Why? Because they want to be focusing on bigger decisions. And a lot of people get stuck in this, thinking about what do I wear today, and they spend like 20 minutes, 30 minutes and planning that. And come on, if you want to really be successful or you want to really move forward in life, unless your profession demands that, I would say you can automate this entire thing or just systemize your entire wardrobe and have less. Come on, you can do this. Number 7 is laundry. So I have a good system at home. I think most people would have their laundry systems set at home, where the clothes go. And I have different baskets for the adults, different baskets for the kids. I've got a 4-month-old child now, so I want that to be washed separately. So that has also been systemized. But again, if you're somebody who you don't have a large family and stuff, you can use websites like washo.com, which I found recently. There's biglaundry.com. They just come pick up your clothes, give it to you the next day, and you can systemize this also. Okay, they come every 2 days, collect the clothes, and it comes back clean, crisp, ironed. That's what you need. Okay, and if you have less clothes, the cycle will be really smooth. The problem happens is when you're changing 3-4 times a day, and you're really not mindful of the clothes that you're changing. Number 8 is fitness, health and fitness. You can systemize this as a part of your day. You cannot automate this, but you got to be fit. You cannot just automate losing weight. You got to do things for fitness. So that's why I say systemize it. So block at least an hour a day on fitness, whatever may be your inclination to. For example, I'm inclined more to yoga. I'm doing that. You may be inclined to gym, lifting weights, running, walking, depending on whatever fits you, but you got to move every single day. What I would recommend is you get an accountability partner. For me, my wife and I, we are accountable to each other. So she pushes me, I push her, and we both do this class together. So that way it helps. And like I mentioned again, the LifeSum app, there is an option there even where you can enter your fitness. And I'm also I'm wearing an Apple Watch. So I'm also tracking, I'm measuring my fitness circles on a daily basis. So here they have like an option where it shows you the number of steps that you have taken for the day, how long you've stood for the day, and your movement. Okay, the overall exercise and movement for the day. So I try to finish my rings on a daily basis, and at least 5,000 steps in a day when I do the walking part. So having an app is really good. And for me, the data on this syncs up with LifeSum, and I know exactly what's my fitness level. And you know what? When you systemize your health and fitness, it'll impact all other aspects of your life. It'll impact your business. It'll impact your personal life. You'll feel much more energized to do stuff. Okay. Number 9 is travel. Now, I'm looking at travel in 2 different ways, how you can systemize it. Many of you may travel from one place to the other. That's a part of your profession. Some of you may travel a lot within your own city. So what I would recommend is for planning your travel, work with an agent if you can. Find somebody who you're able to relate with. And for all your ticketing, you don't have to go in and find the flights and do the booking and find the best deal. Just work with somebody, pay them a little more. They'll take like $300-400 more, but they can make your life much easier. Just work with somebody, give them clarity, and get them to do it. And see how you can minimize your road time. Okay, so if you have to really drive from one place to another, that's one option. But when I was in Bangalore, I used to use my drive time a lot for learning. So see how you can optimize your time or systemize that drive time to be doing other things. So I used to be listening to podcasts and keep learning. And by the time I get to work, I would have used that time really well than just sitting and looking around or even listening to music. Music, yeah, sometimes it's okay, but you can optimize much better. Finally, number 10 is your business. How can you systemize and automate your business? Again, if you're in your business, if you're doing everything yourself, if you're the Superman, superhero, you know what, you're going to burn out, and that's not the way to run a business. The way to run a business is to be on the business and is to create systems that can help you scale. So this is what I've been doing for my business. I'm systemizing every aspect, my marketing systems, my lead generation systems, my sales process, my people management. So even in my agency business, we have set up processes and systems for every aspect. I do a 1 hour call with my top team once in a week. Then once in a month, we do a 2-hour call just to review what's happening. So I really don't have to be there micromanaging anyone. I've set up all the checks and parameters, and which we just review on a week-to-week basis. And that is why I'm able to completely run a business virtually from home. Okay. And if you're running a business, you need to focus only on the high impact areas. Okay. High impact areas. For me, my high impact areas are what I'm doing right now: content creation, training my internal teams, and networking. I go to meetings and network with people. This is only my top 3 areas that I identified. Execution is completely handled by my teams as far as the agency is concerned. As far as my affiliate marketing business is concerned, my content is doing the work for me. And the only high impact areas that I work on are doing my webinars and I again, training and educating people. Okay, I did a lot of heavy lifting work to set up my system. It took me a lot of time to set it up. But now a lot of things are automated in my business. So what is the real work that you've got to do? What's the real work you got to do? There are 6 areas that you got to really work on. Okay, you want the 6 areas. The first area that you got to work on is your daily learning. You cannot automate this, you cannot systemize this. You have to do your own bit of learning. And if you ask me, 2 hours a day is what I would recommend in today's day and age. If you want to stay up in the game and if you want to really move forward, move fast in your field, spend 2 hours a day learning. Did you know that Warren Buffett spends 6 to 7 hours a day just reading? Yeah, and then based on all that knowledge, he makes those key few decisions, and the rest of the stuff he has people to do it. Okay, so think about learning as a priority in your day. Second thing you can never outsource is your own spiritual life. Okay, you cannot outsource meditation, you cannot outsource your own spiritual growth. You got to do it on a daily basis. And I would recommend a minimum 1 hour a day. Like I do 1.5 hours a day. I do japa meditation every morning. Okay, and please do that. You cannot outsource your spiritual life. Number 3 is journaling. Again, this is something only you can do. You cannot get somebody else to do this for you. Journaling, I would recommend 30 minutes per day, whether you're doing a gratitude journal or you just reflections for the day, or even if you're doing it once in 2-3 days, please inculcate the habit of journaling. Okay, I'm on a Mac. I use an app called Day One, Dayone, and I have all my journals from 2005 till today. Okay, there's been some gaps in between, but I can see a pattern of how I've been evolving over the last few years. Journaling has helped me a lot. Okay, number 4 is visualizing your goal. This is something which you cannot systemize. I mean, you can systemize it, but you cannot outsource it to somebody else. This is something that you have to do every single day, 30 minutes per day. I have my goal cards, for example, in my wallet. I have my own goal card, which I've set for myself, and where do I want to go, by what time frame. I've clearly written it down, and this is what I visualize every single day. And I also have a vision board where I'm looking at my goals on a daily basis on what I want to achieve. So visualizing 30 minutes a day is non-negotiable. Again, focus only on high impact activities like I mentioned. Spend your 4 hours a day on high impact activities. For example, for me to create this video, it has taken me around maybe a couple of hours. And then for marketing it, another 1 hour. And then I'm focusing on my other business side. So 4 to 5 hours is what need to work. So when you total all of this, 2, 3, 4 plus 4, 8 to 9 hours a day, you'll have like really good productive time if you follow this system over here. Okay. Finally, number 6 is your social life. Ultimately, you need to have a good social life. You need to like go out, network, meet people. So fix that weekly slot. Whether you want to catch a movie with friends, you want to, you can systemize this. Okay, you can say that on these days of the week, I'm going to go out and I'm going to have fun. Because if you're just working like a robot, then there's no fun of life. We are human beings. We are social animals. We need to really engage, interact, and have a good social life. Okay. So for me, most of my social life is with, I go to the temple on Sundays. I meet a lot of different people there. I connect with like-minded people. And of course, I attend a lot of events, business events. So I have like both spiritual circles. I've got my business circles, and also BNI and stuff. My good friends in BNI. Whenever I come to Bangalore, I catch up with some of them. So you need to have a good social life. Finally, I want to give you a couple of gifts. By the way, if you found this video useful,